Dhruv Rathi's claims against India's democratic nature are a carefully woven tapestry of distortions and half-truths. By using selective facts to accuse the Indian and current government of dictatorship, Mr. Dhruv Rathi acts like a minion of anti-democratic forces that want to kill democracy in India by hook or by crook. Before we delve deeper, it must be noted that while wrongly accusing India of dictatorship, Mr. Rathi uses examples of Russia and Korea, but he steers clear of China. This unique treatment of China, not even taking its name in a video about so-called dictatorship, is very curious. We wonder why he does that. The cherry-picking of data, selective comparisons, and amnesia about the past or of certain countries raise deep questions about his intentions. Rathi's claim that the Indian media is biased towards Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a gross oversimplification and disingenuous. Media outlets worldwide have their favorites. The American media leans towards the Democrats, while the Bengali media favors Mamata Banerjee. Pre-2014, Indian media was enamored by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. His attempt to equate media bias with dictatorship is erroneous. A true dictatorship is characterized by state-owned media with no room for independent voices. And here the country that Mr. Dhruv Rathi misses to mention comes to mind. Rathi's criticism of the Election Commission is a direct assault on the credibility of an institution that has conducted the world's largest elections again and again successfully. This is especially insidious as the Election Commission has significantly bettered from even 15 years ago, when someone known for taking frequent loo breaks during important Election Commission meetings to call up Congress was appointed Chief Election Commissioner, overseeing the 2009 election, which saw surprisingly better tally of Congress. Rathi outrageously labels India a dictatorship, ignoring the existence of several state governments run by opposition parties and the frequent losses the current government faces in the Supreme Court. India has a thriving electoral democracy, which sees power and government change repeatedly across states. This hardly seems like the hallmark of a dictatorship, where the ruling party typically suppresses all opposition and controls judiciary processes. Rathi's narrative, which he disseminates from outside India, seeks to paint the country as a dictatorship at a time when the country is on the verge of conducting the world's largest democratic exercise, the general election. This narrative seems to be a calculated attempt to undermine the constitutional process or discredit the anticipated results due to the current government's popularity. In the final analysis, one cannot help but question whether it is Dhruv Rathi himself who is truly acting against democratic principles. His selective use of facts and his attempts to undermine India's democratic processes seem to indicate an intention to destabilize the democratic fabric of India. His narrative, far from being an objective critique, appears to be a veiled attempt to sow discord and mistrust among the citizens of India. Voiceover. The image of the Indian election gradually dims out, marking the end of our video. Let's hold on to the enduring power and resilience of our democratic system. Despite the allegations and critiques, the Indian democracy has weathered the tests of time, conducting free and fair elections consistently. Our democracy, like every other, is not flawless. However, it is incumbent upon us, the citizens, to contribute to its betterment instead of undermining its existence. This accountability extends to influencers like Dhruv Rathi, whose thoughts sway public opinion considerably. It becomes imperative for them to deliver balanced viewpoints and encourage constructive criticism rather than sowing seeds of distrust and disunity. Remember, democracy isn't limited to just marking a vote during elections. It encompasses consistent dialogue, questioning, learning, and collectively progressing as a nation. As we advance, let's strive to preserve the democratic principles that define us, ensuring our discussions foster our nation's development positively. Ultimately, it isn't merely about Dhruv Rathi or any other individual. It revolves around us, the citizens of India, and the manner in which we choose to sculpt our democracy.